Welcome to Shelf Indulgence, the perfect place for book lovers who can't resist adding just one more book to their overflowing bookshelves. Join us as we dive into unforgettable stories, underrated reads, and all the bookish indulgences your heart desires. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's talk books.
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year to you all, and welcome to Shelf Indulgence, where we indulge in all things books, reading, and literary obsessions. My name is Alan, and here with me is Asia.
Hi everyone.
Okay, so Asia, the first book of 2026. Please, can you tell us what do we have today?
Okay, the first book of 2026 is called If We Were Villains, written by M.L. Rio. It's an American author, and she actually holds a MA in Shakespeare studies and PhD in English literature. And she has written kind of cool books called If We Were Villains. The novel was first published in 2017. And okay, I wouldn't like to dive into the plot right now because we're gonna do it in 15 seconds then in the next part of the podcast. But I just want to say that it was quite cool beginning of the year, at least for me. Alan is disagree, but we'll talk about it more a bit later, but it was really cool way to start the year. And also it makes me want to read more of Shakespeare plays and classic British literature. Something like that, maybe. Okay, let's move on.
Um, so we are going into the 15 seconds plot. Remember, I messed up. I messed up real bad the last time, but
I'm
no, it
so
says back.
happy
It's
to hear that you messed up. I can't even believe you're saying that. So anyway, you
okay.
have
I
your
can I can I can be
chance to.
honest. Yes, a setback is a setup for a comeback.
Okay.
Yes, so coming back now.
Are you ready to start?
Okay,
One, two, go.
so a group of drama students in a university try to resolve the mystery behind the death of one of their friends. Um, yeah, I think that's what the book
Stop.
is
Okay,
about.
yeah, that's it. It's time. Okay. It was
Yes.
nice. It was quite in time and pretty much
I don't
perfect.
want to hear you steal any of what I said. So,
I
are you
don't.
ready?
I doubt it's possible. Okay. Okay. Yes.
One, two, go.
The actors group or no. Okay, Oliver, who was a student, a drama student, found himself uh, in a
I'm up.
jail for. Okay.
So I won this round. Agreed?
Okay. Okay. Agree. Are you
Okay.
happy now?
I'm very happy. Thank you so much.
Let's move on and give a proper book overview. Alan, can you tell a bit more about the book?
Okay. Yeah, so the plot basically revolves around seven students. I'm going to say their names. James, Oliver, Alexander, Richard, Philippa, Meredith, and Rain. That's what four boys, three girls. So they were drama students and they were close friends, residing in a small dormitory called the Castle. And the funny thing is, they were the only students in their year. They were fourth year drama students, and they were the only students because so many have been trimmed out, dropped out. So there were just seven remaining, and the book revolves around them. We see as we, continue reading in the book that their friendship, was really stretched and strained. And it all really started at the annual, Halloween performance that they usually have. Fourth year students usually have it every year. So from there, things just began to spiral and get kind of dark. Um, yeah, that's without giving any more spoilers. That's what the book is about. Do you have anything to add?
Okay, I possibly would just add the kind of major thing why the story actually happened, because we on the first pages of the book we see Oliver getting released from the jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's what everything changed back then. Okay, maybe it's murder, but also some events that happened that led to the murder, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you for that.
we can move on now, right?
Yeah.
And let's start a proper discussion of the book. Let's pick our best character, worst character, and so on. So, Alan, do you have any best character in the book?
Of course I do. She's maybe the most mysterious of all the characters because I'll say she's the least talked about. And apart from that, we don't really know much about her background and her history. But I'm going to choose Philippa as my best character because out of all of them, she seems the most level-headed, most mature. Um, the kind of friend, that is always there for you and keep a secret for you even till till he or she dies. So she seems out of all of them the calmest. And even when Oliver was released from jail, she was the one, that was there to pick him up. So she just seemed like a really trustworthy, caring person, and I like that about her. Yes. What
I
about
think
you?
you like her mostly. Okay, I agree about the last part because
Yeah.
she was the one who picked Oliver and basically brought him back to Delacare. She's like you said, yeah, most mysterious. We don't know much about her. We don't know even her motivation. We don't know much about her family, so I don't, I don't know. Do you remember that every person of those, out of those seven, they had a particular type of actors. Like one plays hero, another plays
Mm-hmm. The
villain,
villain.
villain,
Yes.
right? So Philippa plays ingenue, and it's the type who easily switch between male and female characters. So she's
Mm-hmm.
like, a bit ambiguous and not like certain, or so I don't know.
And
Okay,
that's why I
and
say she's mysterious. So,
okay, my best character is Oliver. It's we see the whole story from his point of view, from straight from the beginning, actually, and the book even starts with him releasing from the jail, and the detective, his name was Colburn, made kind of the last request to tell the whole story. He asked Oliver to tell the whole story, how actually everything went. And is I think it's clear from the beginning, right, that Oliver took a blame actually for the other guy. It's clear because
honestly, I thought
Colburn.
it was maybe, what do you call it? Unreliable narrator,
Yeah,
honestly.
I had this feeling as well, and I think I was like doubting straight to the end. I even was expecting some more deaths.
Yeah, me too.
Just I think Oliver was the one who just moved the whole story all the time, and his destiny, his fate was the most tragic. I would call maybe James had more tragic fate. No, but no, I think it's Oliver because he was a fighter. He was a fighter. He still survived and told the whole story. So that's why I think. Okay, what's your worst character?
I mean, the bad guy of the whole book, obviously. I think it was the only bad guy. I think about it. Everyone else was chill. Everyone else was cool. Richard, the bad guy of the book. And I'm actually kind of surprised how easily he leaped because in the beginning of the book, in fact, it was Alexander that was the most talkative, that was the most, I thought it was going to be like the main person in there. Richard was just, yeah, everybody, respected him. He was talented, he was all that. But he was, I don't know, okay until the Halloween entries came in and he found out Rude was playing. I don't know why that little thing would make you become so horrible, you know. I don't want to give away everything he did, but yeah, he was just a horrible person doing all that to his friends, people he has been friends with for, I don't know, 4 years, for something that was not even their fault. I don't understand this guy. During Halloween, they usually have a presentation of Macbeth, right? And the way it is done, they are sent their roles, by mail, and nobody is supposed to mention the role they are playing. All they have to do is just, it's kind of mysterious. Just know your role, learn the lines, and then play your role. So Richard has always been used to being the main character in everything, every, role he has played is always the main character. But when he got his letter, when he got his mail, he was just quiet and then he stormed off. So it seemed like he got the least conspicuous role, he had a very small role and that made him very angry. While James and Oliver got the biggest roles in Macbeth. So since then or after that, his attitude just suddenly changed towards his friends. Guess that's his origin story, of being bad. That's how it started. Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Uh, Basically, yes, I picked him as my worst character as well, but it's I think it's mostly because how he influenced the whole group of students, because it's maybe I think just maybe actors tend to continue playing their type of characters in their life, right? And the type of Richard was a tyrant type, like the just major, like the most respectful and most powerful character in place, right? But he has taken this type of role to the life and started just I don't know suppressing his friends and acting just like a tyrant
Yeah.
in the life. So let's move on then. Next part is our favorite scene. Okay, Alan, do you have a favorite scene?
Yes, I do. I do. So during break, I'm not sure if it was Thanksgiving or Christmas break, whichever. After the murder occurred, um, So everyone went on break, and in the middle of the night, Oliver got a visit from James, and they slept together, like literally slept together, not like they had sex. They slept together in his room. They both slept on the bed, and when Oliver woke up, he woke up to the sound of giggles, and he saw his sister. He has two sisters, Leah and Caroline. Caroline had some eating disorder, but Leah was kind of poor. Um, so he woke up to them, in his room. It was like, get out of my room. And they were just laughing at him. They were teasing him, who is your boyfriend? When did your boyfriend call me? This and that. And it was just kind of funny. Um, so yeah, that was my favorite scene. Just funny to me. How about you?
Okay, thank you. I couldn't pick just one favorite scene, so I haven't counted how many those type of scenes were, but all scenes when where this group of students were performing, and it was there were a few, I think, and the way it was described, I really liked it because it always was different, a bit different. They definitely followed the play. They played their own roles, but at the same time, they were bringing their own feelings, like personal feelings, into it. And it was just really cool to read and observe. And it also a bit maybe shows how actors feel. Like it was just interesting parts to me to read it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And when I saw that the author was actually probably a student of Shakespeare, it made sense to me. Because they were actually dialogues of the play, in the movie, in the book. And this is the first time actually that I've seen so much Shakespearean content in a book. You know, I've never read any Shakespeare, and I feel like I've read half of Shakespeare already by reading, the play. So yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
Okay,
Okay.
that's cool. We finally got some educational content straight into a fictional book. Okay, what was your most ridiculous scene or moment in the book?
Okay. So there was a scene where James was quite drunk and he was talking to Oliver. Oliver could sense something was wrong with James, and he was trying to get James to talk, but James didn't want to talk. So James just stormed out from where they were, went into the party, and Oliver was trying to pursue him, and suddenly James just called Ren and told her to follow him, and she followed him, and it seems like, okay, what's so ridiculous about that? But when I got to the end of the book and I saw what happened between James and Oliver, it just seemed ridiculous. Like, why would you do that at that point? Why wouldn't you just, I don't know, find something else to do? Why would you do that at that point? I felt like he was using Rain, and James didn't seem like that kind of person. He seemed like a gentle, kind soul, and he just used Rain without, because he didn't know what was going on. It felt kind of manipulative to me. So, Just didn't make sense with James's character.
Okay. Yeah, it looked this way,
You
definitely.
remember the scene, right?
Yes, yes, I remember.
Yeah. Anyway, what's yours?
Mine is the I don't know. I shouldn't call it, I think, a moment of murder, but it's moment where when Richard died eventually. There was a scene where when Richard was dying in water and the group of students couldn't really decide whether to help him or not, because first of all, of course, it wasn't obvious was he still alive or not, but also because he wasn't really a good guy. He was like already creating lots of problems for them. And but anyway, it still looked quite ridiculous because I always been thinking that your first urge is to help
Yesterday, yeah.
still help someone, no matter what kind of person is it.
I get it. I get it. It was kind of weird as well. Um, and of course, there's the shock. You'll be shocked at first, but most these things is just to try to save. One can say probably because we're all thinking the same thing. That's why they didn't jump into act. They're all thinking it's good that, you know, he was in the water dying. Guessing that's one. Guessing that's one.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going into our next segment. What takes an unpopular opinion? So, Asia, please, what is yours?
Okay, mine was has to do to the learning or studying process. The students had classes with, I don't even know if they had more than that, but from what was described, they had classes with Gwendolyn and Frederick. And
Mhm.
Gwendolyn was this type of tutors who taught them to act more like lively, properly, bring themselves out and just be, uh, how do I would say it, be natural in acting. But at the same time, she made them feel embarrassed and really worried because she tried to brought up stuff out of every person, just digging into their personality quite deep, and I think it was even hurtful sometimes, right? So I understand it might be really important for actors to know themselves quite well and know what they can do, what they really can, how good they can perform. So it makes them good actors, I think, but still felt quite cruel to me.
And I wasn't surprised why it was an Meredith one that was actually detailed, you know. Thought they were going to do that for everyone. But really laid that bare in front of everyone, like stripped
Hmm.
that emotionally naked, you know?
Yes, yes.
That's crazy.
Okay, do you what's your unpopular opinion or
And
hot take?
mine is all about James and Oliver. And in retrospect, maybe there are some things I missed, you know, but I just didn't get their sexuality, you know. Obviously, at the end, okay, I don't know if I should say this, but it's kind of confusing to me all through the book, you know. And then, yeah, the fact that found out they loved each other. It kind of snuck up on me. You have the opinion that there have been signs from the beginning. I am saying I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything, but from what you mentioned, I guess yes, maybe there are one or two things I missed. So yeah, that's my unpopular opinion that it just sprung up so sudden. I didn't see any signs about it. You agree?
I agree that it wasn't really clear, but it's still even not clear, at least to me. But I know that Oliver had like really mixed feelings, and he couldn't really decide. Maybe it's the same for James. Okay, so let's move on to the next part. It's called shelf or sell. Okay, Alan, what is it? What is it for you? Is it shell or sell? So shelf basically means it's worth owning and revisiting maybe, and sell means it's just one time read.
Well, book was quite engaging, interesting as well. A very easy read. I mean, I think I read it in 2 days. I didn't want to drop it, so it was really interesting. So definitely a shelf for me. It's what's owning. What about you?
Okay, yeah, no doubt is it's a shelf for me. I even already got a paperback, so yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna definitely shelf it and maybe even revisit some parts. Maybe not the whole book, but some parts, and even compare uh, with a actual screenplay. Sorry, with actual Shakespeare play to see how they performed particular scenes. So it's really kind of interesting thing to me. So yeah, it's definitely shelf.
Hey, we are on the same page on that. So we are going to go into the last section, which is bookshelf space written. Please make sure to check the description for the different meanings of the ratings. So Asia, what's rating you give this book?
I am I'm torn between 5 stars and 4 stars. But
Wow.
I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars because we don't have the halves, so let's just give it 4 stars in case I meet something even more amazing than that in the future. So let's just give it 4 stars. It's prime chef and real estate means it should stand somewhere, I don't know, close to you, have it close to you and see it every day. Okay, just put it somewhere in a well place in the shelf. Yes, because I already said that I'm gonna revisit it. Alan, what about you?
Wow, for me, it's going to be a 3 star. And I know you were not, when we were discussing about it, you were shocked. Hey, it is what it is. I'm giving it that because um, a couple of things I've still not resolved it in my head. Mostly about James and Liva. They were the main characters in the book. So I just can't. I've not seemed to coalesce in my head. The way they were acting to each other, around each other, and to merge it with the ending. You know, still some things I have to resolve. They're still not totally clear to me. That's why I'm giving it a 3. It says maybe worth a reread. I would say it's definitely, not maybe, definitely worth a reread. I just don't know yet if I'll give it to prime shelf real estate. So let's say I'm in between 3 and 4, or closer to 3. But yeah, it's a very good book.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that. At least it's more than 3 stars for you. So I'm
You're
happy to hear that. Yeah,
welcome.
we had some discussions about the ending, but the only thing I think we need to admit here that the the main case, the murder or the death, it was solved nicely, I think. I mean, the plot of the book, right? Even though
Hmm.
you still had some mixed feelings concerning James and Oliver relationship, but if it comes to like the whole plot, I think it was built really strong, and everything got explained at the end. It's like really cool. It was dynamic, dramatic enough, easy to read, engaging. So I still don't understand why you're giving it three stars. Anyway, okay, thank you.
All right, so thank you, Asia, and thank you, guys. We've come to the end of another episode. Please check out If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio, and let us know what you think about it. Give us, your comments. We will see you in our next episode. Bye.
Bye.
That's a wrap for today on Shelf Indulgence. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. We'd love to hear from you. And hey, let's keep the conversation going. Follow us on Instagram and tell us what you're reading. Until next time, remember, shelf care is self care.